This thing on? Statutory disclaimer opening statement. The Zamo Destroyer Show is for iguanas only. Please tail whip and claw your pet humans until they leave the room before you listen. Because this show is not intended for lesser sorts of creatures like humans, labradoodles, and other mammals, birds, frogs, fish, snakes, snails, or geckos. I despise geckos. All good folks do. Weird little eyeball-licking freaks. They're as bad as the monkeys and then some. Are they all gone now? Geckos and humans and all the other disgusting vermin? All right, then we can begin. Howdy. You're listening to the Zamo the Destroyer Show, a podcast by an iguana for iguanas, talking about important iguana stuff and issues. I am your host, Zamo the Wise. I'm sure you know me from the comic I used to appear in, Zamo the Destroyer. But if not, the hell is wrong with you, Iggs? You can catch yourself up at ZamoTheDestroyer.com. So, almost Christmas this week. I generally hate human holidays, but this one involves presents, more specifically presents being given to me, so it's not too bad. The lead up to it sucks, though. Too many people infesting the malls and everywhere else, and I get dragged all around town. Well, at least it's mostly stupid crap on TV this time of year, so I don't miss much, but still. Friday night, we went to the big box hobby store. I don't think it was Christmas related, really, but Georgie wanted to buy a whole bunch of crap. Arts and paints and canvases and whatever. I guess they had some sale on, 20% off all of the random garbage you buy. So Georgie said usually their prices on canvas too high, but 20% off, it was okay. Anywho, so Georgie's buying all this crap and whatnot. All these big canvases they have, halfway up the wall to the ceiling. And Georgie borrowed her mom's minivan to fit them all in. I think she spent like $1,000 or something. Like it was just crazy. We had this clerk help us out, lugging all this crap down for Georgie, and then some of it we were leaving behind the till because Georgie then wanted to buy other crap and couldn't make up her mind and had the cart and all that stuff. And anyway, usually I don't like clerks because they're all human, But this one chick, she was all right, and she seemed to think I was pretty cool, so okay. Later, as we're wandering around the store and Georgie's buying other crap and whatnot, I see the same clerk who was helping us. She's being yelled at by this, I don't know, circus fat lady type of creature. I'm not sure it was a lady, actually, because it had hair on its chinny chin, but, whatever. See, it seemed like what was going on was circus fat lady wanted something called shrinky dinks, and the clerk said they didn't have none. But the fat lady insisted they did, because she does this stuff all the time, or whatever. Now, normally I'm all in favor of treating humans like crap, but this clerk had been going out of her way to help Georgie with her garbage. All the canvas and paints and crap that Georgie was buying, and, I thought that deserved a little bit of consideration. So I took offense at the fat circus lady yelling at the clerk about the shrinky dinks and, "You guys have them, I know you have them." Well, you know what? The clerk would be the one who would know whether they had them things or not. I mean, she works there. And she says they ain't got none. Plus, I was bored and I wanted some entertainment. So I pipe up and I says to the clerk real loud like so everybody around the circus fat lady could hear it too. "She wants to buy penises in a craft and hobby store?" And the clerk started giggling, but, she's trying to smother it because, she didn't like this customer no more than I did. So, of course, she had to say, no, it's shrinky dinks. It's not penises. So I says again, "Yeah, I heard what she's asking for the first time. I know what a dink is." And I look at the circus fat lady and I say again, "You want to buy penises at a hobby store?" And the fat lady says, No, they're little bits of plastic. You draw on them and then you heat them up in the oven and they shrink. I do this all the time as a hobby." And I says, "No, I get it. I understand. Your hobby is penises, and you're looking to buy a new one. But I'm pretty sure they're not allowed to sell penises. Not on their own, anyways. You gotta buy the whole male monkey it's attached to. And that's illegal, at least on the open market. I'm pretty sure it's been illegal to sell people for like 100 and some odd years at least. You know, slavery's bad and all, so they say. So you can't buy a penis at a hobby store. You gotta go to the yellow pages in the escort section and you gotta rent a penis. And the fat ladies all like, no, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not talking about penises, you disgusting little creature. And I says, well, funny, I was gonna say the same about you. Except for the little part. You're not very little, are you? And she says, how dare you? And I says, well, what about you? Trying to buy a penis in a hobby store. You disgust me for sure. You should be on Match.com just like all the other old washed up bags looking for husbands. You gotta go get a penis the legal way. You know, maybe you hit the gym and work on your personality some, and you'll find a guy willing to lend you his penis out of his own free will. And the circus fat lady continues to insist this is just a hobby thing. It has nothing to do with penises, and I should get my mind out of the gutter. And I says, but I keep hearing you, and you keep saying you want shrinky dinks. By the way, why do you want one that shrinks? I thought you're supposed to have them grow. And the fat lady says, you keep thinking it's an adult thing. That's not true. Shrinky dinks are a fun thing for children. And I says, well, maybe if you're a member of NAMBLA. What the hell is wrong with you, lady? Penises are not toys for children. Well, I suppose for the boy children, but they have their own penis attached to them that they can play with. They don't need nobody else's penis. And then that's about when Georgie came up behind me. See, she could hear the commotion and whatnot. And she knew it was me because she recognized my voice. And she yells, Zamo, shut up, stop talking. Zamo, stop it, bad iguana. But I keep going and I keep pressing. Why? The fat lady, she says she wants to buy a penis in a hobby store, and now she's insisting it's for children. Finally, the fat circus lady, she got so flustered, she just stormed out of the store, hopefully to never be seen again. The clerk was finally able to start laughing. Zamo, that's not nice, Zamo. That was so mean. But I could tell by the smirk on her face, she knew. And she appreciated that I stood up for her and I made that bitchy circus fat lady with the hairy chin go away. So there you have it. 10 days to go in this year, 2014, at least according to the human numbering system. And I finally got to achieve my requisite good deed for the year. I did something nice for someone. I'm going to have to spend the rest of the year making up for it by being as nasty as hell as possible to everybody else. But first I gotta go have a little nap. Then I'm going to go downstairs, and I'm going to start doodling self-portraits of myself all over Georgie's new canvases using some Sharpie markers. Maybe she'll take the hint and start painting some worthwhile subject matter, you know, like me, instead of that abstract crap she usually paints. You know, I'm just trying to help. Anyway, so that's it for this week's show. Hope you've enjoyed it, iguanas. And make sure it's only iguanas listening. Don't let them geckos or them humans hear this show. So you iguanas, you don't forget to subscribe on iTunes. Just search for Zamo the Destroyer. And as I always say, if your pet monkey snoops your iTunes, punish them severely. But also go to my website, ZamoTheDestroyer.com. You can listen to individual episodes there, and then they can't find it in your iTunes, whatever. So that way it ensures the privacy. Make sure they don't know what we're up to. Anyways, talk at you eggs next week.